And welcome back to Escania. You join us where, I was going to say intrepid adventurers, but rather decrepit, yeah, maybe. Adventurers have just about managed to survive visiting the hut, or the cabin of
only supposed to be
the
a
town's
wellness
messenger.
check.
Yeah. You're all feeling
Not
a bit
well.
woozy. You're not feeling great. However, you can now take a breather.
Nice. Now I want to
That's what we got the last time, and then a bag bit my thigh.
Okay, so Aeris is going to pick up a chair and try and throw it through a window that's much smaller than the chair.
Yeah.
What I can see is it's going to bounce back in its face.
Yeah.
What check am I making?
You're just doing an improvised weapon check.
Flat roll to hit. 16.
16. Congratulations, you hit the window frame. Well done.
Does it bounce back and hit him?
Make a dex check. Dex save. Even.
I like how you picked up a different dice for that one.
That's 14.
14. You take 4 points of damage as it bounces straight back into your face.
Oof.
Have you dropped again?
No.
Good.
Are you close to dropping?
No.
You're such a liar.
Is it worth doing detect magic now? I mean, I don't know how many slots you have because we can't.
I will move. I'll just move down in the order that we had the
Cantrips don't have
So I will move to you, Zanira. What would you like to now do?
Look,
Now you've discovered the bag that was
one of the
it.
bags was alive. Yeah, I'm gonna take my staff and go smacking each one of the bags before looking through them.
Okay. You kind of hit each bag and they just, you kind of prod them a bit or whatever. Each one does sound like it is just a mail bag now.
And I'm gonna look through the bags.
Okay.
Don't.
You open the first bag and inside that bag there's just the usual mail stuff. There's some of envelopes, there's a couple of sealed scrolls, a couple of packages that are wrapped up, but near the top you do find a package that the best it can be described as it's almost like something inside has leaked slightly. It's like the brown paper that's wrapping it up is looking a bit oily, but that oil has gone mouldy. It's like a blue mould growing on the surface of it.
Don't touch it.
Yeah. Can I do like? I don't know what it would be. Maybe.
So this
nature
mould isn't
check
over
or
the
something?
entire thing. It's kind of all down one end.
Yeah. What could she do to investigate it? What sort of check
What would
she
that
roll?
be? To like see if I
You
can.
can do an investigation if you wish,
Okay.
but I'll have you describe how you're investigating it.
Poking it with a stick.
I'm poking it with the stick, but so you said investigation, yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be 12 to investigate the bag, and basically I'm gonna look at this thing and be like, well, that doesn't look like it's supposed to be there, and then I'm gonna like look at it, poke it with a stick a little bit, and then maybe see if I recognize the mold or anything along those lines.
Okay. So you're taking a good look. I'm just going back through some paperwork here.
This is actually how I die?
Maybe. It may well be. Yeah, so... Yeah, you're kind of looking at it and, I mean, it's not like it's moving or anything. You prod it with the end of your staff and it's almost like the mould gives off some little spores that kind of fly up and then sprinkle all down in like a 10-foot radius around you. Kind of filling up that half of the room almost.
You say to make a con check.
Yeah, can you and Elzana both make a con check?
Yeah, I'm just looking.
I'm just having to look up my rules here because this is another
Wait,
made up bit.
how do I know what I'm throwing for that and what I'm
A
adding?
D20.
Yeah, and what am I adding?
Constitution.
But you should have a list of saves.
Saves. Oh, saving throws.
Yeah, so it's your constitution.
Okay,
saving
so I'll
throw.
be adding a 2. Well, I'm not doing very well there then. I just finally got the curse of Harry.
Yeah.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
I, on the other
If
hand,
you add your plus with a 1. I don't know if you do.
I got a 16. Doesn't matter. If you get a nat 1, it's a critical fail.
Okay.
Yay! I need new dice now.
Right. So, yeah, very nice.
I'm so concerned.
Can Elzana, can you now roll me a D10?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think so. Struggling to see.
0?
10.
Is it 0, 10?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 10 then. That's me dead
Nice.
if that's the case.
No, you're fine. As far as you know.
I'm just saying, if it's damage, is dead.
And what are you going to do now? Now
Me?
this thing's been prodded, and as it prods, all these spores went up and then started settling down like dust.
You're asking me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The sun is now starting to set, and it's low enough that the sun shining through the broken windows is
What does fairy fire do?
that surrounds an object with a blue glow, purple glow, I think.
So it wouldn't like just incinerate it or...
No, it's non-heat.
Hmm.
It's
Light
used
thing
to
that-
like give advantage in a fight, basically.
But there's lights coming through,
Mhm.
and it's kind of showing all the spores in the air now, and they just kind of a little bit of glittery sparkle as they're all slowly settling back down to the ground.
So, can I don't even know if I have it. Hang on one sec. Can I do it? Would a medicine check work on figuring out what the spores are?
You could do an Arcana check on it.
Arcana check, yeah. Okay, well, is that a 20 again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 12.
Well. So on a 12,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to look all this up now very quickly. Yeah, on a 12, you sense something,
Mm-hmm.
but you haven't really. You're not quite examining it right. You haven't rolled high enough. But you can. There's something about it.
Right.
There's definitely magic there somewhere, but you're just not sure.
Is it worth doing the detect magic, or can I not do ours?
Up to you if you want to do it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I will do, because it's cantrip, so... Do I have to
So,
throw anything
first
for that?
level.
No, cantrip's not first level.
Oh no, it's innate. Never mind.
So yeah,
What
you
do I throw?
cast detect magic,
Yeah, do I need to throw
and
this
therefore
again?
anything that is magical will now glow to you.
Okay,
Okay, you're looking at this package,
yeah.
and the brightness given off
Is really...
is such that you just fall backwards, literally fall on your ass,
Mm-hmm.
and you're now blind for a minute.
Lovely.
I'm assuming I would hear her fall over.
Yep.
Can I
In that
shout to
case-
them to beware?
Well, I've just seen you fall over,
Mhm.
heard you fall over, so I'm
Yeah,
going to turn
that would make a
around.
racket. I'm not small.
Yeah, so I'll turn around, see that, run over and have a look at whatever scared you. Is what
Didn't scare me, it blinded me.
My assumption is you've been scared and fell over, or you just tripped. I don't know.
I mean, tripping's a liability too,
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at what she was looking at.
Okay, so you move over to the other side of the cabin, leaving the rocking chair alone now, that's slightly damaged. And you kind of peer over and look, into the bag, and you can see this half mouldy package as well.
Okay, what does the mould actually look like?
Spores. And
Yeah, it's like it's not like a furry type of mould, it's more like the powdery type, that a bit like you would see on
Like mildew?
like mildew or rising damp or something like that.
That's
So it's almost like it's those crystals that you grow to try and make the little tree things,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Is it a colour
but
to
it's,
it?
yeah, it's a very pale blue, ice blue type of thing.
Like a 22BWO? Oh, wow.
What?
So, blue. Yeah. Aeris is going to look at it and really like the colour. So he's going to pull out a piece of parchment and his small knife, like a little palette
Oh
knife,
no.
and he's just going to
No, please God,
scrape at the
no.
mould and try and create a little colour swatch
Okay.
on a piece of parchment.
Oh,
Can you give me a
no,
sleight of
no,
hand?
No, fail it. Should we get a nat 20 now?
Please get a nat 20.
No, get
Sleight
a
of
nat 1.
hand, that is an 18.
Oh, good.
You actually do manage to scrape some off without causing it to fly in the air. You just get a little bit onto the paper, and you kind of, with the edge of the knife, you're rubbing it into the paper, and creates a very, very faint amount of. It's more just like a powder. But you're trying to, as you're grinding it down into the paper, it's just breaking down. It's kind of breaking down and almost falling apart. It's losing its colour as it does so.
Okay. Right. I'm going to have to find some sort of liquid to suspend this pigment in.
Or you could just.
Or we could not.
Did you say it was on oil?
Yeah, it was. The paper almost has an oily kind of look to it, where this kind of mould, this growth, is appearing.
I really like the colour, but I currently have no way of properly collecting it, so I'm going to
Good.
keep the little swatch that I've made and fold it in half,
Oh.
tuck it away inside my notebook
Okay.
with a little note that says looting.
Being a magic user, do you want to give me an Arcana check as well?
Oh yeah, of course I can.
With your investigation of it.
And that one.
There goes another dice. How many does that put you at?
I'm left with 5 more.
So I want to get you to do 5 more rolls now, just to see you throw all your dice away.
Yes.
Yeah. It's blue mould. You've got no idea other than that.
Well, in that case, I will note it down as blue mould and stick it in my notebook.
Yep.
Are you sure you're labeling it as mold? The last time you labeled a cow as an alpha wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't really think of anything else it could be.
Dangerous.
And blue powder, blue crystals. Yeah, I'll just label it as blue crystals. Blue crystal.
That works. Blue crystal powder.
Blue crystal.
So like,
I wonder what it smells like.
Do not
not
smell
good.
it.
Not good.
Probably a special recipe.
I get the feeling if you smell it, you're going to turn into what we just battered.
You smelt it.
So, Zanira and Elzana,
You did.
what would you guys like to do?
So after
Am I
finishing
still
my
blinded?
coughing fit from inhaling the spores,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm not getting paid enough for this. I don't know about you guys, but should we just head back to the captain and explain the absolute mess that just happened? If not, I would love a bath at the tavern.
Am I still blinded?
We'll say that whilst this conversation's going on, you're kind of blinking and looking around. You're getting your sight back.
Okay.
You see, I hate to have to
Effectively,
be
it's like a big flash just went off right in front of your eyes.
I hate to have to be the voice of reason, but I don't remember exactly what we've done here. And we came here and now the mailman and his wife are dead on the floor.
That's true. Do you think we can report it after I get a bath, though?
Yeah, but how? This looks bad.
We were given permission to cause damage.
We weren't given permission to kill them.
They tried to kill us.
Where
I
is
didn't
your
throw
proof?
the first
Where
punch.
is your proof?
Bite marks. Claw marks.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd say there were 2 witnesses, but you were on the floor. But hey, you saw things.
I had the claw marks in the back of
The
my
way I see it, we came to this house and we're leaving 2 dead bodies. Doesn't look good.
I'm never gonna get a bath.
You can have a bath.
Let's go back to the captain and tell them that there's 2 dead people here and that it's not
Can we not just...
entirely our fault.
To be fair, I think they was already dead. We just made it permanent.
I don't want to get in trouble.
I've gotten in trouble plenty, it's not that bad.
Guard captain doesn't like us as it is.
That's not going
I
to
think-
change with this one time.
But it looks like murder.
They were already dead.
He doesn't know that. I don't know that. Were they already dead?
What human do you know that moves around like that?
No, he was on the floor.
Oh yeah, good point.
We're pretty sure they were already dead. They attacked us first.
Can we not just like chop them up and...
Oh yeah, because that's so much better.
I'm gonna go looking for some pigs to feed the what?
We know there's a farm down the road, right? They have ducks, they might have pigs.
Do you even know what a pig is?
Can you identify a pig? It's the one that
Well,
goes
you s-
oink oink.
Yeah, the big furry one, yeah. That eats the bodies. We had to fight some of them in the woods.
They were not pigs.
No, those were not pigs. Those were wolves.
But they eat bodies?
Arguably, yes.
How do you guys want to play this?
Just go tell the truth.
I want a bath. I don't care. Chopping up bodies seems like it's gonna take a long time and it's gonna be really messy.
Okay. I'm going to pull out a piece of parchment, write a little note that says, Aeris was never here. I'm going to leave it on leaving,
Yeah, because, you know,
and I'm going to walk out that door
maybe he doesn't get his gold then.
in some direction that I think is where the place we were staying is. Just a bath and a rest
Okay.
sounds like a good thing.
I mean, surely if he took the body back, they'd see they wasn't human.
Are you guys walking out the building with him?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you guys walk out.
Just gonna leave the suspicious parcel.
Let's drop the.
Someone else.
That sounds like a future me problem.
Yeah. But you walk out, and as you're walking down the path, there's a lot of people outside. A lot of people. They're shouting. What have you done?
You mean we didn't hear that while we were in there?
No, because they weren't calling to you at that
Yeah.
point. Now you've exited the building, they've realised you've exited, and now they're shouting at you. What have you done to them? Why have you smashed their windows? How dare you do this sort of thing?
Hey, I only broke the door.
At this point, you see someone coming up and they're kind of glancing through the door. They've killed him! They've gone and killed him! You killed him, didn't you?
With the deepest
Someone else
sigh
shouts,
imaginable.
murderers!
You bastards!
Another one.
Says the guy that
Murderers!
smashed all the windows. That's Actually, didn't he do the final blow on the man? Or was that
Another
you?
one shouts out, "Poor Raggy! She was pregnant, she ain't hurt no one!"
I think your hip would beg to differ.
Or like point at this like scratch marks and everything.
Can you all roll a d6?
D6.
Yes.
That's this one?
Square one.
It's the normal dice. Yeah.
2.
6.
So 6,
2.
2 and 4.
4.
Okay. On a 2, a rock, several rocks are thrown, most of them miss, but one hits you square straight in the stomach.
Yeah, I'm told it's not going to get much higher,
And you
is it?
take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. No longer in double digits.
With like the deepest sigh imaginable, I just go, man, all I wanted was a bath.
Thankfully,
Wow.
having had their lengthy conversation, Anders and the
Eric?
captain,
Oh, Captain.
they have been heading this direction to kind of meet up with you and find out what you found out. They see the crowd, and the captain and Anders pick up their pace a bit and push their way through. And the captain, he kind of turns around and he's like, "Come on, people, come on, back off, back off." You know, one person's getting ready to throw a rock, and he just, yeah. I will. And he's kind of got his little cudgel type club in his hand. He is ready to hit him one. And he's just kind of pushing them back, and this person kind of puts their hand down, drops the rock. They're all backing off a bit. Anders hurries up to you. "What's happened? Why are they calling for your arrest? What have you done?"
Look, we had
Everyone's
to
dead.
break into the house to get inside.
Okay.
Then he
And
smashed all the windows.
And then he smashed all the well, no. We got attacked first.
No.
We had
Attacked by what?
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. So we had to break in because they weren't opening the door and we couldn't see anyone inside. And then upon us getting inside, the 2 messengers attacked us. They didn't look that healthy. I'm gonna
They
be
were
honest.
sad.
Well, I suppose if you've gone and broken into their house without even knocking, they might come and attack you.
We knocked and waited quite a while.
I'm gonna say I don't remember any of this.
You never remember.
All
You
I,
smashed the windows.
all I know is I woke up. I was inside their building on the floor, and
So I'm
they
not
were
healing you
fighting them.
anymore then.
And,
So what happened was,
You literally took a rocking chair
He
and
knocked
smashed
the
more
door.
windows.
got no answer, tried to lock, it didn't open. He then went around trying to smash windows and missed every single time. Some spell went off a different way. I broke the door down, and the messenger peoples were in there. They weren't healthy looking. They had these horrible claw things that were slashing at us, as you can see by all the scratches on us. Then
Yes, I
he
can see.
smashed all the windows because that's what he does. And then the mailbag suddenly sprouted teeth and took a chunk out of her.
Yeah, the bag.
the
The mailbag.
mailbag tried to bite you.
No, it did bite me, and I would like point to the bite mark. I was like, it did bite me.
And at this point, he's kind of looking past, trying to look in the house.
Look, it might just be easier if you go inside to see what we're talking about.
Come back with me, and he pulls you back towards the door, away from the crowd a bit, and he's looking in the. Oh my! Oh!
As you can see, they're
Oh.
never human.
You see, I don't know what these 2 are talking about.
Liar.
I don't know what.
What's that
story?
note?
That story did not sound true.
I was not here, Aeris.
He wrote that.
That would be him.
I don't remember being here. All I know is I woke up inside and.
Which means you
Then I
were
left.
there, so you wrote a lie.
Look, he jumped through the window, took a claw to the face, took a nap while the rest of us did all the work, and then woke up and shot the
I
man.
had to heal him to
Doesn't-
wake him up.
That doesn't
Look,
sound very
look.
realistic to me.
And he kind of glances over his shoulder at the crowd who are still screaming obscenities towards you. They're not happy. Lehman and his wife were actually quite popular in the town.
Well, then I should have
Yeah,
dealt
I'm
with them.
aware they were
And
at
it's-
the tavern.
Not happy. They really are not happy. You know, these are their friends that have been, in their eyes, murdered
They were
by
already
you guys.
dead.
They don't know that, and they don't care. They're in this grieving process where they just know their friends have been ended. So they're, Anders kind of looks at them, look, play along. I think the best thing we can do is if I arrest you, let's get you into the jail, into the captain's office. Let's at least get you in there. It gets you out of the way of this lot. It allows the rest of the guard, at which point you do actually see someone running along. Just diffuse the situation. Let's get you back there, and let's just go through this bit at a time. Let the adrenaline wear off, and let's try and figure out what is going on in this mess.
Before I forget, it was like a moldy box or parcel or something like that in that bag, and I would like gesture to the bag that had the whatever.
It's completely magical.
If you poke it, it kind
Completely magical.
Yep.
That's highly descriptive, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
if you poke it, it kind of spreads spores everywhere. I don't know what it is.
He scrapes them off and put it in his tin, but of course he was.
Oh yeah,
there.
no. If you want, you could take the sample he took.
Yeah.
I'm
As
sure.
a druid, can
Probably.
you give me a nature check?
Yeah, that's the D20, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Nature.
+0.
That's not good for a druid, is it?
No.
20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. If at this point, you're kind of like, if it's like any other mould I know,
Mm-hmm.
use a wet cloth, wrap it up, that will stop it spreading.
Yeah.
And that will hold it and kind of stop it giving off spores for now.
That would have been useful a while ago.
And,
I took some bashes to the head,
and
okay?
Anders is kind of like, yes, that makes sense actually, yes. Okay, thank you.
Ozana.
Elzana, is it? Okay.
Now, Captain, I do believe that we were
Yes.
supposed to get
I'll,
taken to jail. Can I have a
Well-
bath?
well, I'll get the captain to come over. I don't actually carry handcuffs around. It would look a bit strange, the mayor walking around with handcuffs. You there, guard! Here! And one of the guards has motioned over. Cuff these three. And yes, we'd better bring you in. And at that point, the other guards are now starting to disperse the crowd and getting them, pretty much shoving them all into the other inn and into sort of telling them to clear off home and whatnot. And the captain comes over with another couple of manacles. You're all cuffed. This, this is probably the sensible option. But I have to tell you, I'm disappointed in Bjorn again.
He's gonna have a laughing
You're
fit
about
when he
to-
gets back.
Well, you're about to meet him again.
Wait, what?
Well, after your foray down the sewer, he decided he'd go and have a couple of drinks or 10. And, well, he's currently in the jail anyway. Fast asleep. Well, hopefully the smell's starting to dissipate.
Oh no, what did he
Yeah.
do?
He really can't handle his drink.
I'm aware.
Yeah. And with that, you are kind of almost like you're being paraded through town.
Yeah.
And the mayor is kind of head up in the air and is haughtily walking along in his podgy halfling body, with the captain walking behind him, and you've got two guards. You three are kind of together as you're walking, but there happens to be this evening a lot of front room doors and shop doors open, with people stood in the doorway, watching. There's not any happy faces. There's a lot of head shaking.
Reminds me a lot of my first day in this town. Fond memories. Getting handcuffed and put in the jail. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, it's not the first time I've been arrested.
And the captain looks over his shoulder. I don't remember. What did you do the first time you arrived?
You probably don't remember.
It was something to do with going into a random building and saying, "This is my home now," and falling asleep on their chair. And then you came, I think Bjorn was there too, and you picked me up and you put me in the cells and I woke up, and that's the first memory I have of this town. And
You're a rather odd fellow, aren't you?
actually thinking back, that's one of the first memories I have.
I mean, we all know you don't remember a lot. But, like, you haven't been in the town that long. Do you know?
Only a few years.
Well, yeah, but, like, most of the people here tend to, like, grow up here.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't.
No.
And then, but you don't remember anything before.
No, I was just here one day. I walked here. I remember walking. I remember a road. I remember this was the first town I found, and I found a home and settled down, and then got pulled out of it in handcuffs and put in jail.
That's...
But I have my own home now.
yes.
I'm just not entirely sure where it is.
Where do you sleep?
At home, I think. I
At your
do
home.
sometimes get pulled out and put into the jail again.
So not your home. Okay.
Did the night shift and not filling in their paperwork again then? I've not heard of any of this.
We probably know who was on duty at the time.
Bjorn.
I've known Bjorn for a long time.
Is it always him pulling you out of the houses and putting you in jail?
No. Not recently.
Because he's still working there.
He's not working there anymore.
Oh my days.
Oh gosh.
Well,
You're getting down near the harbour.
What?
You're kind of coming down near the harbour, and you can see the guards' offices and jail. And the captain opens the door, lets in the mayor. He then stands to the side, and the captain goes through, opens up the next door through to the cells, kind of unlocks that door, opens it up, and he brings you all in, and you get to see the jail.
Again.
Yep.
Ah, home sweet home.
I suppose we better put Bjorn in there. There he is. Let's stick him down on his own over here so that he can be sick on his own.
No one likes to get thrown up on.
Yeah, let's separate you all into your own cells. There you go. How's that?
In the jail cell.
is there a bath?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I would get up and like scooch the bed back a little bit, and on the wall I would take like a rock or something like that.
It's got scratching number one.
No, there's multiple notches there. And then I would
Oh.
just push the bed back and then plop on it and be like, yep, here again.
So, I've only got the captain there, but the mayor is there as well.
Oh, we finally get a last name.
And,
Or a first name.
yeah, Captain Flint.
That sounds like a first name.
It
That's his
does.
surname. And, yeah, they pull up stools and say, right. So, let me get this right. You knocked on the door,
Mm-hmm.
no response.
Correct.
You tried various ways of getting in.
He tried to.
You smashed the door
Yeah.
and stepped in.
He smashed
At the
all
same
windows.
time, you smashed one of the rear windows and jumped through.
Yeah.
And you smashed one of the front windows and jumped through.
He smashed all the other
Wow.
windows.
I mean, you could have just shared the doorway, yeah?
Wait, I did shout to them the door
I
was
didn't
open.
realize the
I'm
door
pretty
was
sure
open.
the door was opened last.
Look,
Nope.
to be fair,
What do I know? I
I
wasn't
mean,
there.
you
I
gave
really
us
don't think-
permission to
look,
break and enter.
I don't think Lehman and his wife are going to be pressing charges about damages, are they?
Probably not.
They weren't alive anyway.
So, you're saying they weren't alive, but you're also saying they got up and attacked you. I mean,
Zombies.
what?
I don't
Zombies,
know,
I mean,
they-
come on. Zombies are...
And
They're
then-
stories we tell our kids to scare them.
Yeah, but I
There's
mean,
no such thing.
You saw the state of the bodies with the claws and everything.
Well, he's had claws.
they didn't look that living.
Look,
And
I
they
didn't go inside and have a look. I'm just... You describe to me, what do they look like?
were like really pale, like taut skin. They looked like they hadn't
The
eaten in a
face
while.
was sunken.
Yeah, that's what happened.
They were
when you
literally,
kill
like,
people.
They were literally like staring off into space and not
You
really
die
moving
again.
that
I'm
much.
not healing
And then all of
you.
a sudden they like locked targets on us and attacked us out of nowhere.
We covered in scratches from it.
They had like really long.
Well, he's kind of looking
Nails.
at his scratches. Those are deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't particularly nice when they were hitting us.
So you dealt with them, I guess, is the right term.
Well, we tried to
Well-
just only knock them out, but they kept getting back
They
up.
kept getting back up.
Okay.
You were knocked out. You took one punch to the face and,
And
were on
went
the floor
down.
again.
Yeah.
But you said they
That
had
seems like
claws.
normal.
Why did they get punched?
And what is it you were saying about? I heard someone shout something about you were bitten by a mailbag.
That was me. I went to go look through the mail to see if I could find out what was going on, and one of the bags
I mean, it took a chomp at me.
got
as
a
well.
mouth and then bit me.
Yeah, it took a chomp at my ankle.
He shot it though, so it exploded.
A what?
Do you want to explain this a bit more? Because bags don't normally bite things.
I know, that's what
You
I
can
thought.
see the bite mark.
Look,
Well,
there's
yeah,
a
I can see
bite
a
mark, and it's bigger than a human mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, they didn't bite me.
I feel like
I don't know, I'm just
I'm gonna
confused.
go
You
along with
are.
their story, even though I think the herbalist has been sampling their wares. Yeah, the bag bit them.
You shot the bag.
With this, Lehman calls out to one of the other guards that are in the building. Can you sort them out some food and can you? Sure, I've seen some books of yours on one of your shelves. It was identification of magical creature or something like that. Can you just grab that for me? This guard eventually comes back in with this rather big book, quite thick, and as is flipping through stuff, he's like, no. Ridiculous. That can't exist. But he's kind of going through, and you realise that You know, this is the sort of world where, or the sort of town where it's not like you're going to get unicorns coming running and dancing across the water, or, you know, it's just regular people. They don't have these sort of things happen around here. And then he goes, it gets to about the middle of the book, like this, and he shows you a picture. It's actually of a chest with this huge purple tongue and these sharp teeth.
Yeah, but a bag.
Yeah.
I have heard of these things. And he tends to go to Captain. I believe they're called a mimic. These things pretend to be other things, and then just eat and grow bigger. Apparently, the best way to kill them is keep hitting them.
Yeah, that's pretty
Did
much
that.
what happened.
No, that all sounds like fairy stories to me.
You're a fairy.
Says the man who can't remember what he did yesterday.
What?
What?
Who are you? Look, I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do here. I mean, spend the night here, get a decent rest. The food's coming in. You're not going to get a decent drink. It's going to be water, I'm afraid. But let's just see if we can have everything settled down. Let's see. We'll gauge what the court of public opinion is in the morning. The situation. I think we can safely say that we're all convinced that you didn't just go and murder them. Whatever happened, it was going to happen, whether it was you or someone else that went in there.
Does the book say anything about zombies? Well, we're having a look.
So he gets to the back. In old times, before the truth of Escania taught us the ways of balance, there were creatures that would rise up from the grave, and the half-rotted flesh. Oh, that's disgusting. Why would someone do something so abhorrent? And with that, he slams the book and goes to take it back. No. And with that, the mayor leaves, and the captain just kind of looks over you as if to say, I have no idea what we're going to do here. And he leaves, and one of the guards comes in, gives you some food, and then pretty much you're left alone for the evening.
I would greet the guard by name. Be like, hey, I'm in here again. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's where I know you from.
Yeah, I met you in the cell.
Here.
Uh-huh. Before I got the job at the tavern, I got into a bit of mischief. I was a free spirit. It's fine.
And they'll leave you to it. And the guard goes out and he locks the main door. As far as the map's concerned, we'll pretend that's him. He moves to that side. That door is now locked. And you guys are alone. Bjorn is snoring.
As
Yeah,
he
a bit like
does.
that.
There we go.
Hey, sound
Yeah, some
effects.
Thank you for the sound effects.
Live Foley.
That's actually Isaac in the back snoring.
In the back of Dan.
Oh dear.
That's gross.
I didn't see you complaining.
Yeah, there's a big screen in the way, I can't see. Anyway, so are you guys going to talk about anything as the sun is now setting? It's
Are we
the
going to
sun is
have to
lulling
hear
the
each
sky.
other?
I'm
'Cause-
going to
Yeah,
go over
there's,
to...
it's all those walls in there are just steel bars.
I'm going to go up
There's little rock
to
pillars, but that's it.
the bars between mine and Zanira's cell.
Okay.
I would move over so I can talk to him better.
Okay.
So you all have kind of little bits of It's like it's a strange kind of building. The outer wall is solid brick, fairly thick, and there are pillars every now and again, which is the main structure. Between these pillars, for about the last 15 odd centimetres, is just bars, and they are letting in ventilation and light. They also have the effect that it keeps these cells quite cold. The thought process being, if you keep prisoners cold, they will wrap up and they will stay still and shut up. It's one of those psychological effect type things. But what it does is it allows the light from outside in to this half of the building. And the sun is pretty much set now. Then a small amount of light coming through, and most of it is just a reflection off the atmosphere. So it's pretty obvious that, you know, if you want to have a conversation, you haven't got long before it's pitch black.
Well,
like
I just
wrap up in both blankets.
had a thought. Are we being held here as prisoners?
You are not being treated as prisoners, but you are technically under arrest.
So, have they left us with all of our possessions?
Your possessions, things like your weapons and whatever, they would have been put in a lockbox.
Like all loose items?
Does he have his paintbrush?
You would have been left those if because they wouldn't have realised what it is.
If they tried to take it from him, I'd be like, I don't recommend doing that. At least let him keep the paintbrush, like, please.
Okay. Just thought I'd be sure.
They would have seen your paintbrush and seen that it's a sketchbook. They wouldn't have thought anything of it. It's the same as every other time you've been stuck in it. They don't take that off you, but you know, any dagger
They
or
probably
cudgel or anything like that,
learned
anything that could be used as a weapon against him is standardly taken off.
Yes. Tavern lady. Small tavern lady. Hi.
Zanira.
That's the one. Have we escaped from here before?
I've never tried. I don't usually end up here that often. Usually when I'm being chased by the guards, I'm pretty good at getting away, and poor Bjorn gets stuck taking the flag. He got the short end of the stick frequently. It's fine.
Do you think we could get out?
I mean, probably. It wouldn't be that hard.
I'm just, I'm not the greatest fan of enclosed spaces, and I've just got a bad feeling,
Yeah.
Bad feeling.
You probably wouldn't feel this enclosed because being mainly steel bars is quite an open, airy area.
Yeah, it's not so much
It's more being locked
being
behind a
trapped,
door.
yeah. And also just a bad feeling in general about this whole situation with the bodies and the dead things and the bitey things
And the fact that you've got a sample of the spores.
and the story that didn't exactly sound all that true. Well, they keep talking about bodies.
I mean, to be fair, it's not every day that we run into... What was it? A mimic? Yeah. It's not every day a bag bites you. And whatever that mold was. I don't know.
Good story. So is that the story we're sticking to for our defense?
That's the story that happened. So, probably.
Okay. I'll make sure to write something down.
You're gonna forget in about 5 minutes.
No, you tell me the story, I'll write it down, then I'll remember.
Mm-hmm.
So for the next however long it takes,
Yes.
I will have her dictate the story to me and I will write it down word for word in my notebook.
I assume that along with the paintbrush you've also got...
Oh yeah, I've got an ink pen hand to me
you've
as
got
well.
a pen and whatnot, and you're scribbling this down. As you get nearer the end, your writing's getting worse, just because the light's rubbish. But, yeah.
I mean, if
I'm not gonna
Elzana
make
was
you roll
close
to see
enough.
whether you can write. Elzana, are you doing anything, or are you just sitting there and listening.
I'm just going to give him the stink eye because he keeps trying to say he wasn't there.
Well, after writing down the
I
story,
didn't get a thank you for healing him either.
after writing down the story, I'm going to do what I do every time I'm locked up and pull out my bagpipes.
Oh
Oh no, not again! Come on, please! I asked you every time we're stuck in here.
And I'm going to try to play my bagpipes.
You're going to make the cat sounds again, aren't you?
And give me a performance check.
It's
It's time for the dead cat.
Mate, he wouldn't have his bagpipes. If everything else got
Would they have
told.
taken the bagpipes?
They wouldn't have bothered taking that.
They said they'd take everything that could be used as a weapon.
Yeah, and bagpipes can't be used as a
They're
weapon.
not
Have you heard of
seeing you
ears
as
bleeding?
threatening, so they're not going to.
Did you say performance?
Yeah.
Because that's a dirty 20.
He starts playing, and you hear the start of the bagpipes. You're like, oh. And then he actually starts playing a tune that's he's actually making bagpipes sound pretty good. That's not bad.
Damn right. I know what I'm doing.
Even though you're giving him the stink eye, after a couple of minutes you realise that you're actually tapping your foot to the music. And, Zanira, you start kind of thinking, that's not bad. And you're kind of tapping your thighs along with it, and
Tapping on the bars.
Elzana gets her cup after she's finished the water, and she starts rubbing it up against the
Whatever guards on ship,
all
just
joining
like,
in.
I dare say I wouldn't be tall enough, things wouldn't be big enough for me to stand up in, would they?
Oh no, the actual walls between you and Aeris is iron bars as well.
No,
You can see straight
it would
through
be
to his-
tall enough. It's like
the height of the building I'm on about.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
You're sat there. You're sat on the bed, so you can just rub an enamel cup up against the bars,
Yeah.
and you're all joining in it. And actually, after the day you've had, not a bad way to end the day.
Locked
You might be
up.
locked up in
we've
jail,
had worse.
but it's pretty fun.
And we got scratched to hell, never got paid, blamed for murdering people that were already dead.
We almost died.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep playing until I get too tired to play and then go to sleep. Ready for the morning.
So yeah, you stop playing. You climb into one of the beds. You stop playing, and you kind of you're dozing off, and he falls asleep. And with that, it's like as he just slumps over onto the bagpipe, and actually it makes a fantastic cushion for him, and he just
Snores.
falls asleep off into the land of Nod, where he can forget everything.
More than normal.
The two of you follow soon after. You clearly needed a really long rest,
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
because you're woken by the sound of the cell door, or the main door into the cells, being slammed open, and
Do all our slots
captain.
and help and that refill.
yeah, you're all back again. The captain looks at you guys like, well, good morning. How are we this morning?
Decent. Thanks for putting me in my cell again.
You're welcome. We ought to put a reservation sign and start charging you rent.
I haven't been here that frequently since I started working at the bar.
The captain's, holding 3 little batons of bread. When he comes up, and he just pushes your door open and throws them over to you for you to catch. At which point you then realise that throughout the entire evening your cell doors haven't actually been locked. They were just pulled to because
Yeah.
it's standard. But yeah, you've got at least this bread to eat, and a small jug of water is brought round by a different guard to each of you. Your cups are filled up, and probably should wait for the mayor to turn up, but Yeah, we went back to that place and investigated last night. Good call about the damp cloth. Yeah, we got hold of that. Got hold of that package you were talking about, and we've ended up having to wipe down everything that was in that same bag. But at least the packages can get to people, they should do. But this one, the residue or whatever it is that was mouldy, that's ruined the address, so we have no idea where it was going. It may have been here in Alford, somewhere else, we don't know. The only thing that's left on it is the sender stamp. And well, that's about that. But we did open it up, and inside there was a crystal about the size of a large sort of fat pen, really. Ice blue.
Lovely.
We asked one of the wizards that we use now and again for consulting to check it over.
Did he go on?
He went blind for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that
when we looked at it.
happened.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
You knew about this and you didn't warn us.
Well, I didn't see the crystal, the spores did that.
Right.
Well, you know, we were trying to tell you, and then the mayor was just insistent on getting us back to the jail cell, and then he buggered off.
There's me sitting in his armchair, just staring into his fire while he's examining this thing, and then suddenly he screams and drops to the floor,
That happened.
shouting, I can't see, out of my eyes.
Well, you didn't stay around long enough
You
for me
didn't
to tell him.
did. Well, anyway, we looked into this crystal, and it is nothing that has ever been seen around here before. We have no idea what it is. He was saying the amount of magical power radiating out of this thing. He's never come across that before.
I did tell the guy that it was completely
That's
magical.
not normal.
I did tell the mayor it was completely magical.
Yeah. Well, his guess, he's going to carry on looking at it, but his guess is that it is, well, effectively, he was saying something about pure primordial, evil, primordial, I don't know,
Primordial.
something like that, something pure magic.
Primordial.
It was like magic had been squished into an object and made into an object, rather than, you know, it wasn't an object that was made magical. This is magic.
Talisman.
And
Nice.
yeah, very weird. But he's going to carry on looking at it, but he has warned that it's probably safest to keep in a lead-lined chest. Of course, he just happens to have a lead-lined chest, so it's in his custody. That reminds me. You were offered money. Wasn't a great outcome, but he flips you a couple of gold each. And Bjorn sat there in the corner looking over at you.
Very hungover.
Yeah, very hungover. And the captain looks at him and goes, no, you don't get that.
A couple is 2, yeah?
2, yes, 2 gold each. And, yeah, problem we've got is, well, as you know, troll issue that we had recently. I've got a lot of soldiers off. A lot of guards just can't do their job at the minute. And we're down on resources. I can't send anybody to go and investigate this further. I need to check with Anders. But I've got a bit of an idea. And it just happens to be that Anders walks in at that moment. What's your idea? Sounds interesting. Yeah. The populace can be fickle. For a few days at least, they're going to be angry with you lot. They're going to throw people around.
That's them now.
Yeah. If we let you out,
I'm gonna throw
A
rocks
fight
at
is
us
going to
again.
start somewhere. You guys are going to be blamed. It's going to spiral out of control again. Someone or something will end up back in here in a jail, and we've got all that problem. We don't want that, do we? None of us do. At the same time, we don't have anybody that can investigate this and try and track down at least back to the sender. So, it's probably a very good idea if you would take us up on an offer of a commission to go and investigate for us. Gets you out of town, allows us to get the truth out, people to start understanding what happened. By the time you get back, they'll have forgotten, everything will go back to normal. All will be rosy. Does this make sense to you? And Anders
Yeah.
like, yes, very much, yes, that does. That's actually a very bright idea, well done. And the captain looks and, yeah, I do have them now and again.
Fooled me. You drinking from your blood bag again?
No, I'm not drinking from it.
He dropped his pencil.
Nice. Are we taking Mr. Hungover with us?
Please do.
No. I
After
thought he
all,
was growing on
he is
you.
a pain in my backside.
You like him.
Yeah, sure.
Your job won't be as entertaining without him around.
It'll be a lot quieter.
Yep, that's boring.
Now, we can pay you 10 gold each in advance. That should cover any travel costs or whatever. We can get, I'm sure we can arrange a ship. Is that right, Anders? Oh, yes. Yes, I'm sure we can find a captain that owes us a favour or something. We can arrange that, yes. Right. So we'll get you out on the field. And he then looks at one of the notes in his hand. Right, so it's Margasta Trading Inc. in the town of Findur.
How's that spelled?
Findur. Effectively, you go out on the fjord, head south, and then cross the peninsula. And it's the small city there. Find out what you can about this Margasta Trading. Have they got any records that, you know, are they a legit business? Are they dodgy buggers? Or is it a case of they are a perfectly legal and legit business and were, you know, a stepping stone, and maybe they've got records. Maybe we can follow the breadcrumb, or you can follow the breadcrumbs. We'll see where it comes from.
Okay, fair.
And
Do you have a set of thieves' tools, like lock picking? Anything that you may or may not have confiscated that I could?
of course,
Do you mind if I have a set? For investigating purposes.
look, if you get caught, I never saw them.
Fine by me. It would have been good to have before we went breaking all the windows and doors and, you know.
Do you know how to use them?
No. But I've got time.
Fair enough. You know what? I think I might have a spare padlock as well. I'll let you have that. You can have time to practice when you're on the boat.
That'd
I
be
was just going to say, if
fantastic.
you had a lock, you could.
Yeah,
You can have a little play with that, see where you get on.
I would appreciate it.
And in fact, yeah, and he kind of has a bit of a cheeky grin on his face as he looks towards the mayor and goes, and I'm sure the mayor here will also quite happily provide you with A healing potion each is what I reckon.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. We'd love that, especially seeing as Bjorn over there is a little hungover, and that kind of leaves Elsana as the only person who can heal us.
Okay, so he pops out of the room, he comes back, he hands you a set of thieves' tools. They're old, but they work, and they will give you all a healing potion. Don't drop it because it will smash.
You're
You
smashed.
reach me.
Both of you are smashed.
Oh well.
Hey, that's cool.
So when you use them, you give them back. But it tells you on those what you roll. There you go.
Yeah, I can't read.
Saves me trying to remember all the time.
2d4 plus 2.
Is that what that says?
So it's not a lot,
Okay.
but it's a certain amount. And so right, well, stay here, and Lehman here will arrange your passage.
Lehman.
Not Lehman. That was the guy you've killed. Yeah.
He was already dead.
Anders, that's the word. Anders the Neth. Him, yes.
Wasn't already dead. Dead things don't move. He was moving and you killed him.
He's dead now.
Whatever.
Anyway, yeah, Anders
pretty
will
sure.
sort out your passage to at least the
I have a
south
question.
of the fjord.
I have a question. This wizard or whatever it was that looked at the crystal and said about keeping that lead line case and that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, could we not take the crystal with the lead line case to this place in Findor to show them what got sent, and maybe they might have a better recollection of who sent it?
Especially seeing as if that
I'm
item
assuming that it
passed
was wrapped
through.
up when it went through them.
But we can't be sure of that.
If it wasn't, and they were being dodgy with it, then they'll recall it, definitely.
So then we can take it with us.
Well, that's the thing. If you take it with you, we can't investigate any further this end. If there is a problem, then I'm sure you'll find more. If there's not really a problem, then you're probably going to turn up short anyway. But we're not entirely sure if this thing is safe.
It's not.
So we need to find a way of making it safe.
Put it in a lead line box.
Wrap it in a damn cloth.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's even possible that it's going to have to get Swordstad anyway.
With the what?
Capital.
Oh, yeah.
It may end up having to go there, and
Never heard of that.
the chances are the nation's greatest minds, supposedly, will probably want to have a look at it. But let's find out what we can find out. You know,
Fair enough.
but yeah, the way the tides work here, I'm sure there'll be some boats leaving late morning. So yeah, see what Anders comes back with. So yeah, as he leaves, he goes, oh, and I'm properly hungry. I don't want them just bread. I'll get you some better breakfast sorted as well.
And I have a bath. I am still covered in
Yeah.
stuff.
And he looks around the room and is like, we can sort you out a bath, but he's going to be watching you most likely. And so
Can I not block his
So will
view
Bjorn.
like this?
I've got the blankets. I can figure something out probably.
Just
Fine, we'll sort
blankets
something
are
out.
too bright.
And yeah, he goes out the room. You can hear him telling one of the guards to go and get some proper food. And you can hear some coins clinking. You've all been given your 10 gold as well. Your 10 gold advance on this.
Plus the
And-
2 from before.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, you can have your bath. It takes a little while for some water to be brought in. Unfortunately, it is cold.
That's
They
unfortunate.
don't really have any way of. Yeah, they've got a tiny little stove for when they need a hot drink. But down here, yeah, you know, there's no way you're going to warm up enough water for a bath in that. But yeah,
I'll make do.
a bath's a bath.
Well, some are better than others.
You can clean yourself a bit. And yeah, later on in the day, Anders returns back with information of the boat you are to go on. But we will leave that for next week.
Okey-doke.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that time already.
Yeah.
I know.
So I hope you have all enjoyed yourselves here in Escania with the Geek Initiative and the Creeping Aberration. And well, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him. Bye, guys. See you.
You do that.